Okay.
How your face changed?
Hey guys, so today's tutorial is my entry for classic giveaway. I'm just going to be showing you guys the entire process and what I did. So I start off first by using the classic pencil to draw the brows. I already trimmed the brows before I started this video, so I'm just going to draw the brows, and like I always do, I try to locate the brow bone, and from that point I start drawing my brows. That's a simple and easy technique for me, and I feel like it's going to be simple and easy for any other person. So it's like I'm just tracing what she has on her face and I'm just drawing it. So that's what I've just done now, and I'm using a classic pencil in coffee, I think color 3 or so. I'm going to do the same thing to the other brow as well. I'm just going to trace it and outline it and just draw it, and that's how I do my thing. I start from the lower brow bone and I go to the upper one, and I just fill in. And before then I used a mattifier as a base for the brows, and I just I apply it in, and I just draw the brow, outline the brow, and I brush it to make it flawless and so that it's not going to be too dark. So I just do that. If you guys notice, the brows don't look the same. That's because I drew what is on her face. So because of that, I'll just adjust the other one so that everything looks a bit similar, but since they are not twin, I just want to try to make sure that they look the same, and not perfect, but like looking the same. Then I'm highlighting with Ifera Sushi. I didn't show it because my intention was just to show all the classic products that I used in creating this makeup look. However, since I didn't have classic concealer or foundation, I used the Ifera Sushi concealer to highlight and correct a brow. So first is to highlight and correct the brow bone, which is one thing I take very serious and important, and one thing I do very well. So I just continue to highlight. I'm using an angle brush just to make my work easy and better, and I'm just highlighting, and I'm also ensuring to blend. So guys, can you see, like, the brows already look really great just with that little highlight that I've just done. So I'm just going to blend just to make it sink into her skin very well, and just to make it look good. Then I also highlighted the top of my brow, which is something I don't do all the time, but because I was looking forward to getting her brows done properly, I decided to do that, and I also blended it in. So guys, see how I took my time to do this, so that it comes out really great, and the brows like look like each other, because she didn't really have a pronounced brow bone, so I had to create one myself. So that's how I achieved that perfect brows. Then for the eyeshadow, I'm going to be using Elegel eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to be blending it in with my hand. I just ensure to apply enough to go in, and I just blend with my hand because I didn't have classic eyeshadow, so I was going to use the blush. So because of that, I needed to apply enough primer that would make the eyeshadow or the blush that I'm going to use pop out very well. So basically I just use my hand to just blend it in and just let it sit into a eye region like that. So I'm using my blush palette. I'm using 3 colors: the pink, the light purple, and another color that looks like purple. I don't know, the colors don't have names, so I'm just using it just that way. So for the corners of the eyes, I'm using like the bright purple and one other shade that looks like purple for the corners of the eye, and like also like the corners of the eyes basically. So I also used a bit of House of Tara Margaret Apple purple at that region, just very little, but it was more of the classic blush that I use. I also did the same thing to the other eye. I'm using my eyeshadow brush to just blend the corners of her eyes and just blend it in properly. Because of the kind of look I was trying to create, the look is has a purple, pink, and I think white. So trying to achieve that, I had to make sure that the base is also similar to what I wanted to do. So now I'm just going in with the pink. I'm using another brush, another flat brush that I used to apply my eyeshadow. I'm using another brush to apply this other color. So I'm just basically using the classic blush. I'm not using any eyeshadow, just classic blush to achieve the color I want. So since it's a classic competition and you needed to use more of classic products, I just decided to improvise. Since I didn't have classic eyeshadow palettes, I decided to improvise with a blush. And you guys know I use a lot of classic products, and just said let me just try and join the competition. Then I just blend the eye crease, because I didn't use any color at that portion, so I'm just blending it with the concealer that I use and a bit of powder. Then for the corners of her eyes, I used a nude color and I applied it with my hand, because I couldn't find my small brush that I always used to apply at the corners of the eye, so I just started to use my hand to apply the eyeshadow. It's still one of the nudes in the classic blush palette, so I just use my hand to apply it, and Stephanie, like creating this look. I clean up as well. I just ensure to clean all the places or the portions of the face that the eyeshadow poured on. It was looking somehow to me, so for the top part of the eye, I decided to use a little bit of Huda Beauty, the deep brown at the top part of the brow of the eye region, just to make everything look neutral enough and basic enough for the glitters, because I'm still going to have to apply glitter since I'm trying to recreate the look that they gave us for the giveaway. So I'm just trying to do what I know how to do and to the best of my knowledge. So I'm using a classic glitter glue as well. I have that. Guys, take a look at this eyeshadow. Like, I love the look already. So I used another brand of glitters. I think it's called Eyesome glitters. I think I've used it in one of my old videos before. Since I didn't have classic glitters, I didn't have classic eyeshadow, I had to improvise with what I have. So I used the classic glitter glue to apply this glitters on a high region. So I'm going in first with like a purplish pink. I had to improvise with the colors I had. I didn't have the exact colors from the image that we asked to recreate, so I had to use the colors that I had to achieve something similar to that look. So guys, I had to apply the pinkish purple glitter from Eyesome glitters that's the first color I started with, because it had 3 colors on the eye region. I think I'll insert the picture that they wanted us to recreate at the end of this video, so you guys would tell me or let me know if I at least tried my best and I was able to achieve something similar to what they wanted. So now I'm going in with the pink. So this is the very light pink glitter. So I'm going in with that very light pink glitter at the moment. I'm also going to do the same thing. You guys know, like, I like to do my things together. I don't like to, except it's going to be a difficult task for me, then I try to do one first. Except for that, I like to do everything simultaneously. So now I'm going in with the white, or would I say silver glitters at the corners of the eyes. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have 3 different glitter colors on the eye space, on the eye region. The white, the pink, and the, would I say, purplish pink, pink at the extreme end. So, and I don't know if you guys can notice how I'm placing the glitters gently, and I'm also blending it because I didn't want it to fall out. Sometimes glitters, even with the glitter glue, they could fall out. So I was just trying to be careful because I didn't want to start cleaning up glitters after prepping the face. That's a long walk. So I just had to do what I needed to do to make everything look good. I also clean up as well, so I didn't have so much glitter pouring out, so I'm good. For foundation, I used Marykay. I don't have classic foundation. I use more of Marykay, Huda Beauty, and Carbon Day. So classic foundation might not really be something I use that much, or that I've used it in the past, like when I started makeup, but now I don't use it again. And the fact that it might even dry up before I get to Canada, so that's why I just decided to stick to the foundation I can get here. So guys, I'm blending into her skin from one portion to another. We're taking it slowly. The face is coming together, guys. Can you see? She was even happy. Then I highlighted with my LA Girl concealer the lower eye, the nose bridge, the forehead, the chin, and I blended it. My model was really calm and I really enjoyed working on her. If I wanted to work on anybody again, I would really want to work on her face again. And the fact that she had this baby face was so cute to work with. Like I really enjoyed the whole time. So guys, I'm using a damp, let's go back to the whole makeup gist. I'm using a damp beauty sponge, which we all call beauty blender, and I'm just like blending it into her skin, all the portions that I've highlighted, and the remaining concealer that I had put on my hand. I was just using it to blend wherever I feel like the concealer wasn't enough. I just take some from my hand and I just blend it into her skin, and c'est fini. Guys, see how I'm taking my time to highlight the face. Then I'm going to be going in with my classic powder. I'm using the light, so most times in my own personal makeup I use the light eyeshadow as well, so I mean light powder. So that's what I'm going to use to highlight her face. Like I said earlier, it's a classic competition. You have to show the product, the classic products that you used. So my classic powder, you guys know I've always had this for a while. You can even tell that I use it a lot. See what I have left in it. So I apply at the lower eye. Then for the eye part where my brush cannot get to, I use a smaller powder brush to blend the powder into that portion of the face. So that is, it's sitting in, it's setting, it is baking, it's doing everything at the same time. So I'm just going to also apply to the chin, all the portion of the face that I highlighted. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Even my model was enjoying it because I was giving her gist and we're having fun. Then for the contour as well, I'm using a classic powder. So I use the dark and deep dark. But for the forehead, I think I used the dark. Then for the chin, I used the deep dark because that one is much darker than the dark itself. So I know like with the light, you might not be seeing it, but like when my shadow comes over, you guys will notice the difference in all the powder. I didn't know what will happen with the lighting that day, but anyways, we still achieved what we needed to achieve. However, so guys, are you feeling her look? Are you feeling her face already? I go in with my Kat Von D eyeliner. I already lined the other eyes. Then I'm lining this one. I used like a eyeliner, a disposable eyeliner, because I don't want to continue to use the same product on people's face or the same material on people's face. So I got this disposable thing and I lined the eyes. You guys notice where I made a mistake? See how I shot it? Yeah. Funny, right? Anyways, so that's me just lining. I still lined the top one later on, but this is just the basic eyelining process for me, and it's always tough for people to get that part done. So that's what I'm showing you guys. For those people who might have issues doing that. Then I lay my lashes as well. For the blush, I'm using my classic blush. I go in first with the purple blush at the cheekbone. Then I also use like a deep red. That color I'm using is actually one of my favorite blush color in classic blush palette. I also use it on the other end of the other side of her face. Guys, like, see the put together of this look. Can you see like the whole face is coming together? She's already looking again. Like, just take a look at this babe. I know my lighting is not doing justice, but you guys, then I use a powder. Apply powder all over her face to the portions where I didn't highlight or contour, just to ensure everything blends in properly. I'm also blending her neck with it, which is very important. Also finishing the look. So guys, at this point, my battery of my camera just like was already giving up, and I couldn't film to the end. So I didn't film the lipstick part. I didn't film how I applied my blush. I didn't film all of that. But like, this is the finished look. This is a video raw that I used my phone to capture, and just take a look at it. Like, this is my final look. This is what I kind of submitted, and this is it. So guys, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. So I see you guys next time. Take care of yourself, enjoy yourself. I love you. Bye.